Tottenham Hotspur have emerged as front-runners to sign Manchester City winger Savinho, no surprise there, with talks between the two clubs understood to be in an advanced stage as a potential deal edges closer. Mickey van der Ven has fired a warning to Tottenham's Premier League rivals, insisting they will be facing a completely transformed Spurs side this season following Roberto De Zerbi's arrival, which has injected fresh belief and optimism throughout the club. And Roberto De Zerbi has confirmed that Tottenham Hotspur's summer transfer business is far from over, revealing the club are still planning to strengthen the squad further as preparations continue for the new Premier League campaign. Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name's Craig and here are your daily Tottenham news headlines where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube and are not already as yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Like, share and comment below, and if you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Please make sure you turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we go live or upload a video to the channel. And one final request, if you get a spare minute, please do nominate and vote for us at the 2026 Football Content Awards. All of the details are below. Your support, as always, is really appreciated. Okay, let's get into it. The Sun report that Tottenham Hotspur have moved to the front of the queue in the race to sign Manchester City winger Savinho, with negotiations between the clubs now at an advanced stage as Roberto De Zerbi looks to complete another marquee addition before the new Premier League season gets underway. Spurs are understood to have made significant progress in discussions over a deal for the Brazilian international, with De Zerbi identifying the 22-year-old as one of his priority attacking targets. The Italian coach is keen to add more pace, creativity and direct run into his forward line and believes Savinho possesses the qualities needed to thrive in his possession-based system. The report claims that Tottenham are now in the strongest position to land the former Girona star, having overtaken AC Milan in the race for his signature. Milan had initially explored a move after looking for alternatives in the transfer market, but Spurs' willingness to push ahead with negotiations has left them leading the chase. Manchester City are open to allow Savinho to leave, but only under the right financial terms and once they're satisfied with their own squad depth. City are not expected to sanction an exit until they have secured suitable attacking reinforcements, meaning the timing of any agreement remains dependent on their transfer plans. While reports have suggested figures ranging between £65 and £70 million, the structure of any package is still being discussed. Tottenham are believed to be working on a deal that satisfies City's valuation while remaining within their summer budget after already investing heavily in strengthening their squad. The pursuit of Savinho forms part of a wider overhaul under De Zerbi. Spurs have already reinforced both midfield and defence this summer and are now turning their attention to adding more firepower in the final third. The Brazilian is viewed as a player capable of operating on either wing, creating chances in one-on-one situations and increasing competition for places in Tottenham's attacking unit. Despite the optimism surrounding the negotiations, the deal has not yet been completed. Manchester City are still awaiting a final agreement, while Tottenham continue working to finalise personal and financial details before any transfer can be officially confirmed. Nevertheless, Give Me Sport reports that Tottenham remain firmly in pole position and are increasingly confident of bringing Savinho to North London before the transfer window closes. The Daily Mail reports that Mickey van der Ven has warned Tottenham's Premier League rivals to expect a completely different side this season, insisting Roberto De Zerbi's arrival has transformed the mood around the club and raised expectations following a major summer rebuild that is still underway. The Dutch defender believes Spurs have shown genuine ambition in the transfer market after a difficult campaign, pointing to the arrivals of high-profile signings such as Sandro Tonali, Matheus Fernandes and Jan-Paul van Hecke, alongside experienced additions Marcos Senesi, Andy Robertson and Martin Dubravka. Van der Ven said that the club's aggressive recruitment demonstrates that Tottenham are serious about competing again and has given the squad renewed belief. Speaking during Tottenham's pre-season tour of Australia, the 25-year-old admitted that last season's struggles were unacceptable after another 17th place finish, but believes the club has turned a corner under De Zerbi. He praised the Italians' passion, energy and tactical approach, claiming the players have already embraced the new philosophy. Van der Ven also predicted supporters will see a far more entertaining Tottenham side this season. He explained that De Zerbi wants his team to dominate possession, play attacking football and spend more time controlling matches rather than chasing opponents, making Spurs a more enjoyable team to watch. The defender revealed that the fresh start has lifted spirits throughout the squad after a stressful campaign, adding that pre-season has provided the perfect opportunity to fully implement De Zerbi's ideas. He said the players are working hard to adapt to the new system and are determined to leave last season's disappointments behind them. Looking ahead to the new campaign, Van der Ven outlined his personal aim of remaining injury-free and playing a key role throughout the season. Collectively, he believes Tottenham should be challenging for a return to European football, insisting a club of Spurs stature should be competing in Europe every year and becoming one of the toughest teams in the Premier League to face. And Roberto De Zerbi has revealed that Tottenham Hotspur are not finished in the transfer market this summer yet, insisting further signings are expected as the club continues its ambitious rebuild ahead of the new Premier League season. The Italian head coach believes there is still work to do, particularly in attacking areas, despite Spurs already investing more than £200 million on a host of new arrivals. Speaking after Tottenham's 2-0 pre-season victory over Auckland FC, De Zerbi explained that improving the squad remains a priority as he looks to fully implement his playing style. He stressed the importance of building the players' physical condition and helping new signings adapt to his tactical demands, while suggesting the club are actively pursuing additional reinforcements before the window closes. De Zerbi stated, "I think we can be happier at the end of this transfer market because I spoke a lot of time with the owner, the board, and they want to build a very strong team for this season for sure, but to make the base for a future to become great again." The Spurs boss also addressed the future of highly rated academy winger Mikey Moore, impressed during a loan spell at Rangers last season. De Zerbi stopped short of confirming whether the 18-year-old will remain in North London for the campaign, admitting the decision will depend on Tottenham's remaining transfer business. De Zerbi revealed that Tottenham are looking to strengthen in the wide attacking positions and said Moore's future will be reviewed once the club's incoming business is complete. He confirmed discussions will then take place with the player, his representatives and the club to determine the best path for his development, leaving the door open to another loan move. The comments are likely to alert a number of clubs monitoring Moore's situation, with Rangers among those hoping to secure the teenager's services again after his successful spell in Scotland. However, Tottenham are in no rush to make a decision and intend to wait until the closing stages of the transfer window before finalising their plans. Okay, here's my thoughts on those stories today. Nothing massively new there, but obviously we had the press conference from De Zerbi, which I'll come on to in a minute. Savinho deal is on. Well, we've kind of expected that and known that for a good few weeks now. As I've said many times, I'm still not convinced about Savinho, but look, we have to be in the position that if De Zerbi wants him, then you have to fully support it. Personally, I don't see what all the fuss is about Savinho. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that he absolutely sets the Premier League on fire if he comes to Spurs. And look, it could be that he gets regular football and he suddenly becomes this player. He's a bit of a later bloomer. Obviously, he's still so young anyway. But personally, I would have gone for somebody like a Krupi, even though Bournemouth say he's not for sale. I think anybody's for sale at the right price, but let's see how this one goes. Look, I won't harp on about it. It's been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I think everybody's probably sick of this one by now. Won't be any surprise if Savinho signs, of course. But then again, if Spurs move on to somebody else, that probably wouldn't be a surprise either. seems to drag on. This one, it dragged on all last summer as well. So very strange that that they still can't get done quickly. It seems like City want to get a reinforcement in if they are to sell. So if you hear any news about City signing a winger, then expect the Savinho deal perhaps to progress very quickly. Van der Ven talking about the future. That's really good. Is Van der Ven going to be our next captain? Interesting to hear him talk about last season as well. Obviously, very disappointing for everybody involved in the club, the supporters, the staff, the players. 2 17th place finishes, even though that first 17th place finish was never really in relegation trouble there. But last year, obviously, we were horrific end to the season. Those last few months for everybody was awful, and as we've said many times, you can see what the club are doing. They don't ever want to be in that position again. It could have ended in disaster so easily had we not beaten Everton on that last game of the season. I mean, it come down to that. We'll look back on that in years and think, how the hell did we all get through that? You know, the stress of that situation was seriously intense. And Van der Ven talking there about De Zerbi and the way the players are responding. It's really good to hear. Really good to hear Mickey talk like that again. It sounds like a refreshed Mickey Van der Ven. Looking forward to the season under De Zerbi. What can we do? You know, no European football, just one game a week. Can De Zerbi work his magic? I mean, Leicester did it, didn't they? They went on to win the league. I can't see that happening again with Tottenham, but I think we're going to be a lot higher up the table this season with De Zerbi at the helm, as long as they continue to back him. And talking about backing him, transfer business is far from over, says De Zerbi. This is the forward line he's talking about, definitely. I mean, there could be other additions. There's going to be more outs, certainly. There'll probably be a big player go out as well that might come as a bit of a shock. Who knows? But there's going to be more incomings, definitely. Hopefully in that forward line. Hopefully they're going to get the players in to score those goals for us with some positions that we desperately struggled in last year. Of course, we're going to have Kudus back, hopefully going to have Kulusevski back, hopefully going to have a fully fit James Maddison back, so that is going to help massively. But they still need to get those 2 signings in on the left wing and the striker, and then we can hopefully turn around and say that this transfer window has been a 10 out of 10 and look forward to the new season and see what those new players can do. That's all from me today. Get down in the comments and let me know your thoughts as a Tottenham Hotspur fan right now. And as always, come on you Spurs.